Planning with singing success. And I want to tell you the top 7 things that will absolutely destroy your voice. Now, the first one is not warming up. Now, you have to have a proper warm up. That's important. But let me tell you something that I find is some people say, I like to just jump on stage and warm up while I sing. Yeah, sure, like NBA players. They just jump out there. Who needs to dribble the ball? Who needs to stretch out? Who needs to warm up their muscles? You do. If you wake up in the morning and you open your front door and your dog takes off running and you need to go chase him, you're not going to make it. You sprint 100 yards while your body's stiff and sore, you're going to tear every freaking muscle in your body. So you better warm up before you run. You better warm up before you sing, because a lot of my job is fixing voices that have never ever warmed up. Number 2 is acid reflux. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's where your stomach digestive juices come up and burns the crap out of your throat. Cause you to be mucusy, phlegmy, cause the vocal cords to swell. When that happens, everything sounds like you're a stunt double for Marge Simpson, right? You can't, Bart's not doing well in school. You're going to be horrible. And you can warm up through reflux, but you have to avoid highly acidic foods. And I'll tell you the worst one, believe it or not, sugar. Stupid sugar. Having dessert right before you go to bed. You do that right before you go to bed, you're going to have reflux. You eat too much before you go to bed, you're going to have reflux. Vegetable oils, believe it or not, yeah, canola, soybean oil, your body hates that. The good oils, avocado, coconut, olive oil, those are not going to cause reflux. The third one is understanding that yelling does not equal power. If you're yelling to get power, which I hear so many singers do, it's a myth, because what happens is you're using the wrong mechanism to hit the note. You should be in a mix by the time you hit your bridge or your break point, which for a male is E, F, F sharp. So if I hear a guy sing, heard it from the other side, it sounds dull. And even if you're on the note, it sounds flat. But if I get a mix, half in the mouth, half in the head, ma, 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 the voice cuts through the wall. The hits the wall and splats. It's dull and muddy and has very little direction and very little color. Ma, 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 ma is half the energy for the exact same note. And I'm not having to yell and push. And plus, I end up with a good dynamic. If I yell, I can't go light without flipping. Other side. Flip. Other side. I can pull back because I started light and right in a mix and swelled into that voice with release. Number 4 is hydration. There's something called phonation threshold pressure. That means the pressure needed to create vocal cord vibration. When I say, ah, if I am well hydrated, I don't have to go, ah, baby, we were on the run. That's kind of a cool voice, old Springsteen and some other guys, but their phonation threshold pressure is so heavy that they're having to lift weights just to sing simple melodies. And that might work for some people. But if you want to get the most efficient voice, you have to hydrate. And I suggest you read my blog on my website, singingsuccess.com, on hydration, because what I've done is research this for years and years and years to aggregate the most sensible way to hydrate your voice. And believe me, the answer is not what you think. And number 5 is not singing right for your type of voice. If you're trying to sing with somebody else's voice, I hear somebody come in here and goes, "Father's be good, that sounds like a John Mayer lick. And while I love John Mayer, I really do. It took me a while to understand everything he was doing. The more I understand him, the more I like it. The more I like him, the more I don't like people who sing like him. Get your own style, man. And plus, you're trying to cram your voice into somebody else's voice. No, don't do that. You got to find your, I hate this word because it's overused, authentic voice. No, your organic voice. That's overused. Your baseline voice. That's a better word. What do you sound like without all this clutter? Number 6 is you wing it. I'll just get up there and sing it, wing it. I don't need to practice. I know so many people like that. They get up there and what they do is they panic. Now, what panic does is you start producing beta waves rather than alpha waves. Alpha waves give you confidence. You feel like, yeah, I've done this before. There's certain things I can play or sing and feel really super comfortable because I've done it so many times. I can do it in my sleep, and you're gonna laugh. True story. My producer back in the day, Malcolm Springer, was with me, and I'm in the studio playing, and I'm going. I fell asleep. I was literally playing in my sleep. He comes running out and said, "Were you just sleeping?" I said, "Yeah." And I was mumbling the lyrics, and I was still singing. I was literally falling asleep. Can you do it in your sleep? Number 7, and this is a huge one. This is one of the reasons me and all my coaches have jobs, is not resting, is over singing, is that you think you can continue to sing hard, sing too long, and do this with impunity. You will have to pay the piper. I don't know about you, but I'm motivated and I don't like to rest. So I have to force myself. Go sit by the pool, lay in the sun, fall asleep, do nothing, listen to a podcast. But even then, I'm still thinking work. Do nothing. And give yourself plenty of breaks. When you're practicing, some people say, just practice every day. It's much more complex than that, and we will be talking about that in the future, about how to build a right schedule for you. These exist in my programs so that you understand what true vocal rest means.